This Morning faces a major overhaul next spring after long-serving boss Martin Frizell quit the show. The announcement shocked staff, including presenters Deeley Ben Shephard, who could see a presenting shake-up, with the new team expected to come in and rejuvenate the brand. He announced his departure in an email to all staffers, just minutes before the official announcement from ITV. He will use his time away from London's White City to spend more time caring for his wife, former GMTV presenter Fiona Phillips, who was heartbreakingly diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2022. In a statement, Martin said he expects his family priorities to change, so he needs to free up time for them. He says that he loves his team at ITV and he will miss them and the thrill of live television. However, he says that it's a 24/7 commitment and he cannot do both. Over his career, he said the team turned out more than 6,000 hours of live TV, which includes 20,000 segments. Now, news of his departure comes just 2 months after former presenter Phillip Schofield hit out at his former boss, dragging up 2 years of turbulent This Morning toxicity.
There are a lot of amazing people in morning television. I was just thinking then as I was collecting wood, I think there are only 3 shits.
Although ITV will externally advertise the £155,000 a year role, current Associate Editor Vivek Sharma is heavily tipped to land the coveted gig. A source said that this was the end of an era for daytime television, as major changes are afoot. They said the show never recovered from the departure of Holly and Phillip, and this was a chance to move on from the old guard and bring in fresh faces to detoxify the brand once and for all. The source teased that tweaks to the show could be made and more presenters added to the roster, with exciting new features being lined up. The source said that whilst a few people may have been, quote, pretty scared of Martin, he was just an old school editor who was hands-on, hard-working and dedicated to running the This Morning ship. Another source added that editing This Morning is an all-consuming job, and Martin felt that he just couldn't give his all, both to the show and to his family, and that something sadly just had to give. Now, Phillip and Martin previously shared a, quote, exceedingly tight-knit relationship, but they fell out spectacularly in the wake of Qgate. Martin ordered Holly and Phillip to jump the huge queues to see the late Queen lying in state, something the 62-year-old presenter reportedly objected to, knowing the optics would look terrible. He was, though, overruled by Martin, and the resulting fallout saw Holly and Phillip ridiculed online with countless memes and utterly slated by the public, who claimed their actions were disrespectful. Martin did not own up to his error and let the pair take the flak, something the former Dancing on Ice host was utterly seething about. Instead, the unhappy duo were forced to apologise on air, with Phillip looking utterly furious as Holly addressed the nation. Qgate was another catalyst for Holly and Phil's ultimate rift. Now, during Martin's tenure, the show won several awards and was a regular on the podium at the NTAs. However, in the past 2 years, it has been beaten in the Best Daytime category, a result of the fallout of the Holly and Phil saga. The one-time best friends were the country's most popular male and female presenting duo, but they fell out acrimoniously after Holly began to distance herself from her co-star in the wake of his paedophile brother's arrest. And after long-standing rumours concerning Phillip's affair with a much younger member of staff re-emerged, the broadcaster issued a statement confirming a, quote, unwise but not illegal fling. He was promptly sacked by ITV and has not spoken face-to-face with his, quote, TV sister ever since. 5 months later, Holly quit the programme after it emerged that she had been horrifically targeted by would-be stalker Gavin Plum, who plotted to murder her. In December of 2021, former on-screen medic Dr. Ranj described the show's culture as, quote, toxic. In the wake of this turmoil, ratings began to tumble as bosses frantically looked for long-term replacements. They eventually settled on accomplished and talented broadcasters Ben Shephard and Deeley. although fans have not taken to them as a duo as had previously been hoped. Many viewers hoped that long-term presenters Alison Hammond and Dermot O'Leary, who present every Friday, would get the gig full-time. Now, Martin's departure comes as ITV shares have jumped 9%, following a reported bid interest. CVC Capital Partners are rumoured to be in talks for a takeover, which could produce a huge boost to profits and help attract more top talent. Previously, the share price from this morning was said to be a, quote, huge concern for execs, and they do not wish to jeopardise it with past tainting.